Have you ever loved someone so deeply that you gave them your heart, only to feel it slowly slip through your fingers because trust began to fade? It doesn't happen overnight. It starts with one unanswered question, one broken promise, one uneasy silence, and before you know it, love turns into doubt, warmth turns into distance, and the person who once felt like home starts to feel like a stranger. Trust, the very thing that keeps two hearts connected, becomes the invisible enemy that no one sees coming. Today, I want to talk about that hidden killer of relationships, the silent destroyer that breaks more hearts than lies ever could. Trust issues. Trust is the invisible thread that holds every relationship together. It is the foundation upon which love, respect, and intimacy are built. Without it, even the strongest connections begin to shake and collapse under the weight of doubt. Trust is not something that appears overnight. It's something that is earned, nurtured, and proven through consistency, honesty, and care. It's in the small moments, the kept promises, the truth spoken even when it's hard, the loyalty shown when no one's watching, that trust takes root and grows. When two people trust each other, they create a safe space where both hearts can rest without fear of betrayal. That space allows love to flourish freely because both know they are seen, heard, and valued. But when trust is missing, everything changes. The tone of conversation shifts, eyes begin to look for signs of deceit, and hearts that once felt safe now feel guarded. You start questioning not only the person, but also yourself, your worth, your choices, your ability to love and be loved. Without trust, every disagreement becomes a threat, every silence feels suspicious, and every absence becomes a wound. It's not the arguments that destroy relationships. It's the quiet erosion of trust that does. Once that foundation cracks, it doesn't matter how beautiful the structure looks on the outside. It will eventually crumble. Trust is also deeply connected to integrity. When people say what they mean and do what they say, it sends a message that they can be relied upon. It builds confidence and emotional safety. However, when words and actions don't align, doubt creeps in. Over time, that doubt becomes poison. It spreads into every corner of the relationship, turning love into anxiety and comfort into caution. True trust is not about perfection. It's about transparency. It's about being honest even when it's uncomfortable, about owning mistakes instead of hiding them, and about showing that the relationship matters more than the ego. Trust is not just a foundation, it's the heartbeat of every lasting bond. When it's strong, love thrives. When it's broken, everything else begins to fade. Past pain is one of the most silent destroyers of trust. When someone has been betrayed, lied to, or hurt before, that wound doesn't just disappear. It leaves a mark deep within the heart. Those memories become filters through which every new relationship is seen. The mind starts whispering warnings. Don't trust too easily. Don't get too close. Don't let this happen again. That fear becomes a shield meant to protect, but instead, it ends up creating distance. People begin to judge the present through the lens of the past, holding new partners accountable for the mistakes of someone who is no longer there. It's not because they don't care, it's because they're afraid of reliving that same pain once more. When trust has been broken before, every kind gesture feels temporary. Every promise sounds uncertain. Even genuine love can feel like a trap waiting to close. Instead of enjoying the moments of peace and connection, the mind becomes busy searching for signs of danger. A delayed reply, a change of tone, a missed call. These small things begin to look like potential betrayals. What's happening is not reality, but the echo of an old story playing itself again and again. This emotional residue keeps the heart trapped in the past, unable to see the truth of the present. The tragedy is that many relationships end not because of new lies, but because of old pain that was never healed. People push away the very love they crave, believing they're protecting themselves. They build emotional walls so high that even genuine affection can't climb over them. Healing trust requires courage. The courage to believe that not everyone will hurt you, that you are not doomed to repeat your past. It requires understanding that the person standing in front of you is not the one who broke you. Every relationship deserves to start on a clean slate, but that can only happen when you stop letting your past pain dictate your present choices. When you begin to trust again, not blindly, but with wisdom, you give yourself permission to experience love in its purest form, free from fear, free from comparison, and free from the ghosts of yesterday. Insecurity is one of the quietest and most dangerous roots of trust issues. It starts small, a doubt, a comparison, a fear of not being enough. But if it isn't addressed, it begins to grow into suspicion. When someone doesn't feel confident in themselves, they start believing that others can easily find someone better. Every compliment given to another person feels like a threat. Every moment of distance feels like rejection. The mind, when fueled by insecurity, becomes a detective looking for evidence to confirm its fears. It starts imagining scenarios that don't exist, turning love into a battlefield of constant proof and reassurance. When people carry insecurity into relationships, they unconsciously demand validation to feel safe. They begin to test their partner's loyalty, question their intentions, and interpret every small action as a reflection of their own worth. A partner coming home late becomes a sign of disinterest. A change in mood becomes evidence of fading love. What's really happening is not betrayal, it's projection. The person is not doubting the partner, they're doubting themselves. When you don't believe you're enough, no one else can convince you otherwise for long. External reassurance may calm you for a moment, but it cannot fill the emptiness within. This constant suspicion suffocates love. Instead of a relationship being a place of peace, it turns into a stage of endless questioning. The other person begins to feel trapped, as if they're always on trial, forced to defend their loyalty again and again. Slowly, affection turns to exhaustion and connection turns to distance. What was once built on love becomes overshadowed by fear. The tragedy of insecurity is that it pushes away the very loved one is afraid to lose. It creates the conditions for the thing feared most, disconnection. Healing from insecurity begins with self-awareness. It's about realizing that no one can love you enough to erase your doubts if you don't start believing in your own value. Trusting another person starts with trusting yourself, trusting that you are enough, that you are worthy, that you bring something irreplaceable to the relationship. When self-worth grows, the need for suspicion fades and love finally gets room to breathe. Broken communication is one of the most common and devastating causes of trust issues. When two people stop communicating openly, misunderstanding takes the driver's seat and assumptions begin to fill in the blanks. Silence becomes louder than words, and the distance between two hearts starts to widen. At first, it's small things. One person holds back a feeling to avoid conflict. The other senses the tension but doesn't ask why. Slowly, unspoken thoughts pile up like bricks, building a wall that neither side intended to create. What was once a bond of honesty turns into a guessing game where both partners feel unseen, unheard, and misunderstood. Communication isn't just about talking. It's about listening with empathy and speaking with truth. When people start hiding their emotions out of fear of being judged or dismissed, they begin to lose emotional safety. The relationship that once felt open now feels like a place of restraint. Trust begins to fade because transparency is replaced with assumptions. A simple misunderstanding can grow into a full argument, not because of what was said, but because of what was left unsaid. Every missed opportunity to clarify, every time someone stays quiet instead of expressing their truth adds another layer of doubt. Over time, both partners start to believe stories that may not even be true. They don't care. They're pulling away. They're hiding something. The tragedy is that these stories are often built not on facts, but on silence. When communication breaks, so does connection. Love thrives on expression, on words that heal, reassure, and remind. Without it, even the strongest love starts to feel cold. People need to feel safe sharing their fears, dreams, and insecurities. When that safety disappears, the heart begins to retreat. Trust doesn't die because of betrayal alone. Sometimes it dies from neglect, from the lack of honest words, from the conversations that never happened. Rebuilding communication means rebuilding the bridge that carries love back and forth. It means speaking even when your voice shakes and listening even when it's uncomfortable. Because at the end of the day, clarity strengthens trust while silence slowly destroys it. Communication is not just an exchange of words. It's the heartbeat of connection. Forgiveness is one of the hardest yet most powerful forces in healing trust. When someone breaks your trust, it's not just your heart that hurts, it's your entire sense of safety that shatters. Every lie, every betrayal leaves behind invisible scars. The instinct is to hold on to the pain as a form of protection, to remember the hurt so it doesn't happen again. But in doing so, the heart becomes a prison for its own pain. Forgiveness is not about forgetting or excusing what happened. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of resentment. It's about choosing peace over poison. When people carry unforgiveness, it becomes a constant reminder of the wound. Every new interaction, every small conflict gets colored by the old betrayal. You start reliving the same pain even when the moment has passed. The irony is that the person who hurt you might move on, but you remain stuck in that emotional loop, replaying the story again and again. Forgiveness is not something you do for them. It's something you do for yourself to reclaim your inner peace. It's the act of saying, I refuse to let this pain control me anymore. It doesn't mean trust automatically returns, It means you are willing to start the slow process of rebuilding without carrying the weight of bitterness. Rebuilding trust after betrayal requires patience, transparency, and consistent effort. Words alone can't fix it. Actions must prove sincerity over time. Both sides have to participate. The one who was hurt must be willing to open the door again, and the one who caused the pain must be willing to earn their way back in. Forgiveness opens that door. It doesn't guarantee entry, but it allows healing to begin. Without it, even love can't survive, because resentment creates distance that love cannot cross. True forgiveness takes strength. It's an act of courage, not weakness. It requires looking at the pain directly and deciding that you will not let it define your future. When you forgive, you make room for trust to grow again, slowly, carefully, but stronger than before. Forgiveness is the bridge that carries the heart from the past into the possibility of a better tomorrow. Real love has always required risk. To truly love someone is to hand them a piece of your heart with no guarantee that they will protect it. It's to step into uncertainty with faith, knowing that you could be hurt but choosing to love anyway. Many people try to love while keeping their guard up, trying to protect themselves from pain. But love cannot survive behind walls. The same shields that keep out hurt also keep out connection. When fear becomes stronger than vulnerability, relationships turn into cautious negotiations instead of deep emotional bonds. Love demands that you take the chance to trust, to open up, to be seen for who you are. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's the greatest act of strength in any relationship. It says, I'm giving you the real me, my flaws, my fears, my insecurities, and I'm trusting that you'll handle them with care. That's where real intimacy begins. You cannot experience deep love without exposing yourself to the possibility of disappointment. The truth is, no love is completely safe. Every relationship comes with the risk of misunderstanding, rejection, or heartbreak. But those who refuse to take that risk also refuse to experience the beauty that only vulnerability can bring. Playing it safe might protect you from pain, but it also keeps you from feeling the fullness of love. When people have been hurt before, they often start building emotional armor. They promise themselves never to feel that kind of pain again. But over time, that armor becomes heavy. It keeps love out just as effectively as it keeps pain away. The irony is that love itself is the only thing that can heal those wounds, but to receive it, you have to lower your defenses. Real love requires courage, and courage always involves risk. You risk being misunderstood, you risk being hurt, but you also gain the chance to be deeply loved, accepted, and understood. Trust and vulnerability go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. To love deeply is to say, I know you might hurt me, but I believe you won't. That belief, that leap of faith, is what gives love its meaning. Without risk, love becomes shallow. With it, love becomes real. When you look at every broken relationship, beneath the pain, the arguments, and the distance, there lies one common cause: the loss of trust. Trust is the heartbeat of every bond, and when it weakens, love begins to suffocate. It starts quietly, a doubt here, a silence there, until the connection that once felt unshakable begins to crumble. Whether it's the wounds of the past, the insecurities we carry, or the walls we build to protect ourselves, trust issues can destroy what was once beautiful. But the good news is, trust can be rebuilt. Healing begins the moment two people decide to stop fighting each other and start fighting for each other. It begins with honesty, forgiveness, communication, and the courage to be vulnerable again. Love is not just about finding someone who won't hurt you. It's about finding someone who's willing to heal with you, grow with you, and stay when things get hard. The hidden killer of relationships doesn't have to win. You can choose to rebuild, to trust again, and to love stronger than before. Every relationship worth having will require effort, patience, and faith, not just in the other person, but in the power of love itself. Because real love isn't perfect. It's persistent. It survives the storms because both hearts refuse to give up. So, as you move forward, whether you're healing from betrayal, learning to trust again, or simply working to keep your bond strong, remember, this trust is not a gift, it's a garden. It needs care, attention, and protection. The more you nurture it, the more it grows, and the more beauty it brings into your life. I wish you strength to forgive, wisdom to understand, and courage to love without fear. May every lesson of the past lead you toward deeper connection and peace in your relationships. Thank you for listening, and I truly wish you nothing but healing, hope, and happiness on your journey. Good luck, and God bless you.